Hi y'all. I'm here in my car and I'm at my daughter's school picking her up from school, but I'm a little bit teary-eyed and I'm a little sad as I'm driving here. One of the things that happened as I was driving here was I drove by this kind of like mechanic lot, and the mechanic was walking and there was a dog walking in front of him, and the dog wasn't doing anything other than just walking in front of him, not doing anything wrong, and it was literally in front of him. So the man comes up behind the dog and just kicks him, and I see this from the corner of my eye as I'm driving to the school, pretty quickly, so I'm passing there, and I just can't believe that someone would do that, right? So I began to get the anger, then the sadness, all the emotions, and that stream of emotions begin to kind of flood through. For me, it's usually like an anger and then like a sadness and then a revenge. That's usually my pattern. I don't know what y'all feel like usually when you see something like that, but comment down below and let me know. But anyhow, so that's kind of the stream of emotions that I was going through, and I thought, well, at least I know where this place is at. It's this mechanic shop, and working in social work, working through agencies and stuff, we know how to get some people to investigate. But anyhow, this kind of brought me to the topic of revenge, because for me that usually seems the kind of end all for me. It's like seeking justice in some way, and that's been the pattern of this character for the longest time. I usually get to that point where you just get so fed up, and at the end you do want justice, or you see something that's not fair and you want some injustice for that. So that's usually been the case for me. Now, after I had kind of a shift in perception, I would usually not do that anymore. It seemed to me that everything in this universe is already working itself out on its own. So a lot of things became very true. There was a Bible verse that I really liked, but I don't think I understood it the way that I understand it now. And what it basically essentially says is that you have to do nothing. It says, do nothing. God is already fighting all your battles, or something to that effect. I feel like I butchered that, but something to that effect. And I really like that because it just lets you kind of sit back and and you can trust that everything is taken care of. And I didn't really have the complete faith back then, or the understanding to know that that is truth, but that is truth. And everything is kind of in this karmic wheel where it really is just kind of fixing itself. So the man that kicks the dog is going to probably walk in the house and trip and hurt himself, or through this investigation, if he gets reported due to somebody seeing him abusing an animal, he'll lose his animal, maybe lose some privilege or something that he has there. I don't know. But so everything kind of takes care of itself. It may not take care of itself right in that moment, but with time, it takes care of itself. And so the universe is really taking care of all of these things. And essentially what's really happening is that there is nothing happening, and there is no one else. What is happening? Consciousness is just reflecting, mirroring things that are being focused on within that being. So if that being is focusing on, let's say, things that are very dark, or whatever you want to call them, or hurtful, I guess you could say would be the best word. By kicking a dog or hurting another would just be something very hurtful. Beings that focus on things that are hurtful or engage in hurtful acts will only really attract other hurtful acts. So it's like a wheel, a circle, where they're kind of in this cycle of suffering within their own actions. So it's like they're bringing it upon themselves. So the universe really is taking care of all of these things. Even if you understand the law of attraction, the things that we do say, focus on, all of these things are so powerful in our reality, and they truly create the things that appear for us. So my stance on revenge has kind of changed. I really always wanted to seek justice to the fullest, and really kind of to be honest with you, kind of ruin the other person in a way. Not ruin them, but in a way seek the justice, and sometimes even above justice. I'll be honest with you, prior to my awakening, I would have just liked to see the person actually have some level of suffering equal to mine, or if not worse. But now that's not what I focus on. I wish them that their heart can expand. A being that kicks a dog, or a being that abuses a child or hurts somebody or something like that, is very far away from their heart, is very closed in their heart. They are very far away from themselves. That's what that would signal, meaning that they're in a lot of suffering. They're completely lost in their ego and their false sense of self. And so because of that, I wouldn't, that whole thing in itself is going to cause suffering. So I would want to see them connect more to their heart and truly begin to live differently. So my whole stance on revenge has changed. And if someone does do something like kick a dog, like I just saw, I still get angry. I still get sad. I still want some level of justice. But I realize that justice will be served whether I do something about it or not. The universe has got this. All right, y'all. I love you all. Thank you for watching.